All right, you guys, we have one last bit of movie news to cover in our emails, and that, again, comes from the Nerd Zone. And Nerd Zone says, look, you keep saying, one last bit of news till Wednesday. So, of course, this was sent in on Sunday a few days ago. Probably, I don't know, keep sending you news. Great. And yes, please, keep sending me news, Nerd Zone, so we have more things to talk about. Nerd Zone says, so we got news for the Batman, and it's the Lego sets. Now, I will give a spoiler warning for those sets because Lego does a good job with spoilers. Last thing that got spoiled for me by Lego was MODOK appearing in the Avengers game. What do you think of this, Mike? What do you think of this, Mike? Well, it's interesting because let me preface this by saying this spoilers, I don't think there's major spoilers here. I don't think there's major spoilers regarding the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson and its corresponding Lego set. So here's what's going on. So here we are over, what is this, Screen Rant? I think it's Screen Rant. And they're talking about how various Lego sets have just been revealed. And so I'm just going to go scroll down. I'm going to show you some of these Lego sets, right? There's 3 different sets. So there's this set. And we'll talk about the name of this set in a minute. But obviously, it's the Bat Cave. You have like a little bat cycle. Let's go from left to right with the characters. So we have kind of Bruce Wayne out of costume. And then you have Commissioner Gordon. Then top middle, you have Alfred, which is so weird because you can look at that tiny little Lego action figure of Alfred and go, oh, that actually looks like Andy Serkis, which is really, Lego is just amazing at how they do this. And then down bottom center, you have Batman in full costume. And then keep going right, you have Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman. And then on the far right, you have Riddler, right? So cool, just very plain, basic, and if you look at the Batcave, it looks pretty impressive. Keep scrolling down, we have another Lego set, which is just Batman and Catwoman, with a couple of their motorbikes, and then you have the Bat Signal with a little grappling hook nearby. And then the last Lego set that was announced, you have the Penguin, and Batman, and then a really cool Batmobile. Like I'm really digging this Batmobile, you guys, and I love like all these like blue flames that are coming out of the exhausts from like 5 or 6 different points out of the Batmobile. I think it's really cool. So this Lego set is called Batmobile: The Penguin Chase. This is called Batman and Catwoman Motorcycle Pursuit. That's the name of this particular set. And then when we get to this set, I'm going to scroll up for a second because this set is called Batcave, the Riddler Face Off. And I think that is, there's another, like, what people are calling spoiler, but I don't think it's a spoiler. I think calling this Batcave, the Riddler Face Off, I think that, I mean, who knows if that's actually going to be something in the movie. It probably will because Lego is pretty good at putting out spoilers in their sets. The Batcave, the Riddler Face Off. So it suggests that there's going to be some kind of an epic fight that goes down in the Batcave between Batman and the Riddler. Like it stands to reason the Riddler is going to figure out who Batman is going to come infiltrate his Batcave, and there's going to be some kind of an epic battle. Whether that's in the first act, the second act, or the third act, I kind of feel this is more going to be a second act plot point, if it is indeed a plot point. So that's kind of, I have absolutely no speculation. I have all the speculation in the world. I have no evidence or proof or anything that I'm sources of where I'm getting these thoughts or feelings from. But I tend to think that if this was the final act of the movie, they probably wouldn't reveal like the big set piece. But I don't know, maybe they would. So I'm leaning towards like a second act. This is going to be like the fight sequence of the second act of the movie. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. Now, there's one more spoiler that I don't consider it to be a spoiler. Where do we go? At the very bottom, the Batman has so far created high expectations for fans due to the gritty mood tone given by the first trailer. Yeah, and that was a great trailer. Though its biggest competitor will probably be Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan's own Batman legacy. The Venom sequel, Andy Serkis, is in the camp of those who believe that the Batman will be a masterpiece. This is not what I wanted to read. My apologies. Where are we going? Okay, here we go. In this particular paragraph, let's go towards the middle. Those with a keen eye will probably spot another figurine on that box called the Drifter, which is confirmed to be another form taken by Matt Reeves' Batman and not Dick Grayson, contrary to prior speculation suggested. So let's go back up to this this particular set, which has had so much speculation about it anyway. If you look at the character on the far left, that is, as I previously said, Bruce Wayne in his just kind of like dressy clothes. Dressy clothes in his plain street clothes. We've known for a long time that this movie, The Batman, while not an origin story per se, it kind of goes along with Batman Year One. It's Bruce Wayne's first year as being Batman. He's going to make mistakes. He's figuring it out as he goes. He knows he's going to be the vigilante or like some type of vigilante crime fighter to do something. He has to do something. And so he's figuring it out as he goes. So that particular costume, and let's see if we can maybe zoom in on this just a little bit. It's a little blurry, but it kind of looks like, okay, he's in his street clothes. We've seen other images of Robert Pattinson in kind of like the black eye makeup kind of thing. It looks like, and they're calling this character the Drifter, which some people are calling, oh, it's a big spoiler. Oh, it's a big spoiler. It's not Robin. It's the Drifter. And I actually started going through my Batman history. Who's the Drifter? It's nobody. It's literally just a title that Matt Reeves came up with to call Bruce Wayne before he became Batman. That's the best explanation that I can find. So unless anyone else out there can explain something a little bit more concrete to me as to who the Drifter is, that's the conclusion that I came to, is that the Drifter is just Bruce Wayne's alternate persona before he became Batman. So there you go. So those are the only spoilers that I was able to find in this Lego set reveal. Maybe there's other plot points or other spoilers that you guys were able to find and you want to bring out. What do you think those are? Do you think that this is the big final third act set piece where Riddler, sorry, I've been talking for ages. I need a little woohoo. Do you think this is going to be the big action set piece for the final act of the film? Or do you think it's going to be a little something smaller in the film, if at all? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section below. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles would want you to do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.